I just now did another story that kind of made me feel sad. And I said, man, I want to look at something funny. I was thinking about going to check out some Andrew Schultz or, for that comedic, that humor so I can just laugh at stuff that I'm not supposed to be laughing at because that's the type of comedy he has. Then I said, I'm going to go check out some Emily Compagno. So I can just look at something pretty and just listen to some truth at the same time because she's also extremely intelligent. But then I said, nope, I'm not going to give in to the flesh. I'm not going to give in to the flesh. I'm just going to check out somebody who I know is also extremely funny and gives out the truth and is somewhat of a troll. The brother is somewhat of a troll, and guess what? We're going to check him out some more because this is my brother right here. He's hilarious, man. Y'all better give this man his props. He's talking to I was about to say a lesbian. He's not talking. He's talking to a lady. What? He's talking to a lesbian?
So you say you're also a feminist lesbian.
I guess.
Why pile on?
What?
Why pile on?
He said you're talking to a feminist lesbian. Why pile on? Why pile on? You're talking to a feminist lesbian. Why pile on?
It's enough problem being a lesbian. Why would you want to be a feminist too?
I don't really see like a fear of having identities as a problem. Like I don't know. I kind of just try to like be true to myself and then deal with the problem afterwards if it comes. I don't really like, well, is this going to be a problem? Well, maybe I shouldn't say I'm a feminist, you know?
Do you have perfect peace or do you have conflict within?
I don't know. I think that I'm in so much therapy, so we'll see.
So you're in a lot of therapy right now?
Yeah.
And for what?
I mean, I think everyone should be in therapy, but me specifically, I think that I've had a very traumatic life from a very early age, and so I think that it's important that I make sure that I do the work to make sure that that trauma doesn't come out in negative ways and I'm able to live my life with peace. And
what does therapy do for you all? People who have been in therapy before, please tell me in the comments what therapy has done for you, because I still don't see the benefit. I still don't. If I saw, and listen, I respect therapists. I respect doctors. Anyone who studies certain, they know a great deal about certain things. I get it. But I can only assume, and they say don't assume because you make an ass out of you and me. I don't know. But I can only assume that these therapists also have therapists. So it's like a circle of money being passed around. Like, I don't know either. Won't you help me out? Well, I don't know either. Won't you help me out? Well, I don't know either. Won't you? And they don't even tell you what to do. They just listen to you and they ask you questions and make you solve your own. They make you solve your own questions. Interesting. That'll be $500. I'll see you next week. Nah, man. And I wanted to see a therapist, but my potential therapist told me I didn't need to, but I think she's lying, son. But yeah, let me know if y'all, what you get out of it.
Why not just forgive the traumatizers and be over with it? Because if
if it was that easy.
It is that easy.
No, it's not.
He told me that it was that easy. See, he always pulling on that. He always come back to that.
It's hard to forgive?
No. I've definitely forgiven. Then it's not that doesn't mean that everything's fixed just because you forgive people.
Why did you forgive them?
Because I don't know. I guess for selfish reasons.
What was that?
Because if I'm holding on to anger and resentment, that is so toxic to me. So why am I holding on to that? That's so silly.
It sounds good, but you gotta actually forgive. You could say that you forgave them, and you can move on with your life and try not to think about them in that light anymore. But there's that, and then there's actual forgiveness. Like sometimes we gotta admit that we did not actually forgive the way that we say or claim we did.
They're not gaining or losing anything for me being angry at them.
But if you have truly forgiven, you wouldn't have the conflict anymore.
No, I know.
Yeah, you know, but he's telling you what I just now said. If you fully forgiven, then you would not still feel that way anymore. So you think you forgave, but you actually didn't forgive. That's just what I say.
What? That's not how it works.
What?
Yeah, for real.
You think that if a rape survivor forgives the rapist, she will no longer have PTSD?
100%.
That really?
Yeah, 100%, without a doubt, and it would be as though it never happened to you.
Okay, now, you know you crossed the line just now, Jesse. You crossed the line right there, because right now it's no longer about forgiveness. It's about what the way she looks at it is, and if she's a victim of that. Listen, anyone who ever went through that, my heart is with you for that, man. I don't no, I don't even want to think about that right there. But the way she's thinking about him right now is, dude, how can you downplay something so traumatic, something so big, and probably not my life, but other people's lives that I know who, wow. So now she's not going to look at him the same for the rest of the interview, probably.
That's not how mental health works, though.
Because mental health is mental.
Yeah.
You can't pay attention to mental health.
Yeah, but once you develop a trauma or a like mental health disorder, your entire brain chemistry and like physically changes. Your brain physically changes.
And you
so
know
you
why
can't
that
just
is?
say out loud, "I forgive you," and then your brain magically goes back to how it was before.
The reason for that is because when you're traumatized, like what I've read you've gone through, we get to some of that in a minute, the fact that you were angry at the people who traumatized you, it separated you from the source of life. And so being separated, it brings on other mental problems, emotional problems, and things like that.
I kind of like my anger, though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's like a driving force in my life. That's why I make sex ed videos, is because I feel like I don't know why no one is doing it. I'm just so mad that that queer girls are being robbed of information when they deserve it, because we think that straight kids deserve it. Why don't we think that queer girls do?
If you knew that forgiveness was the key, true forgiveness, would you do it so that you could be free?
Sure.
And then you wouldn't need therapy anymore. You could use that money for something else.
I think that is a dangerous claim, because it's not true, and it's demonizing people for needing or wanting mental health help.
No.
Because it's not that easy.
It is true.
It's not true for you, young lady. It's not true for you.
I mean, I've been helping
Yeah,
people
you can believe that, but
No. It's not just a belief, it's reality. When you truly forgive, have you ever done something that you wish you had not done it to offend someone or traumatize someone, and you say, wow, I can't believe I did that. I don't want to do that. And you end up doing it again?
I rarely regret my decisions.
But you have done that.
I guess.
It's
I don't really feel regret, because it's just, life is a series of obstacles to overcome, and you can try different tactics to overcome those obstacles and then see which ones work and which ones don't. And there's no sense in dwelling on something you did wrong. You can just change it in the future.
If you are a person that has an STI, you don't have to stop having sex, but you do have to be honest with your partners. And even if you don't have an STI, you need to protect yourself and respect yourself.
Protect just my vagina, or do I need it for butt stuff too?
Butt stuff too. But before you leave me,
Oh man, I need to go watch some of her videos, man. This is hilarious.
to go test out 100 sex positions with your new lesbian sex partner. First, let's talk about foreplay.
So you became a lesbian at 19. Do you think you were born that way, or having sex with another woman caused you to become that way?
Yeah, definitely not caused me to become that way.
Or do you think you were born that way?
Yes.
Then why didn't you know it before 19?
Because I was very sexually repressed and also a very late bloomer. So I didn't even kiss anyone until I was like 17.
A few years ago, you did an interesting video on your identity. And you said you fall between 5 and a 6 in the Kinsey scale, on the Kinsey scale. What is the Kinsey scale?
Kinsey was a doctor who did one of the biggest, I think, like sex research, like for the first time. And so he basically rates gayness on a scale from 1 to 6, which is a very flawed system, because sexuality and orientations and romantic orientations and all of that.
How do you rate gay? How do you rate gay? You are a 4.5 on the gay scale. Good job. Last week you were at 3.2. Excellent job. Keep moving forward. Come on, you can get the 6 by next week. I believe in ya.
Isn't really linear. It's kind of more of like a constellation, and your gender and your identity and who you're attracted to and what you're attracted to and what kind of sex you like and what kind of person you want, all just really is this constellation. So it's kind of flawed. That's why I'm saying I'm between a 5 and a 6 doesn't make any sense, you know?
And so I understand the feeling that you have for the same sex for sexual stuff. I understand that. But when you're doing it, or when you stand back and look at it, seeing 2 women or 2 men attracted to each other sexually, is there any part of you that says, you know what, I know I'm doing this, but it's not quite right?
You can look at her face right now. Look at her face. She knows what's coming, and she wants to cuss him out right now. Like, are you trying to say that I should regret what I was born as? Huh? You think I should pick God over my feelings? Huh?
Is something wrong with this?
Look at her face.
You know, it doesn't make sense that women of the same sex or men of the same sex will have sex. Is there something ever kicks in to say, you know what, maybe it's not what I think?
No. I felt like that way when I was dating boys, way more.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And just, I don't know, being with women just feels so right and true and just feels good.
What can I do? I'm a meaningless statistic. There could just be a way I could help the fallen state. I'm not crazy. That's never gonna happen. I'm not living in a dream world. Let's elite support
Dollar, we appreciate.
I told you, man, them daggone 1970s commercials that Jesse Lee Peterson be doing. They be doing true theater, bruh. Hey, what are you doing? Are you in the fallen state too? Well, you need to come over here with me so that you cannot be fallen anymore. Everybody, you need to buy one of my shirts so you can be picked up off the ground and be closer to God like he is. Bling! Ooh, I feel much better in my fallen state shirt now. Thank you, Jesse. No problem. Anybody else that want one, make sure you call 1-800-FALLEN-STATE. Again, the number is 1-800-FALLEN-STATE. See you next time. Y'all remember the daggone old commercials? That's what this joints look like.
But man, do you resent men?
No.
What's your impression of men?
Depends on the man. I mean, I don't know. Men is just such a large group of people that, I don't know.
So what is your impression of man?
Of which one?
The ones you know. How do you see men?
I don't know. In a sexual way?
What is a man?
What is a man? Man is an identity that someone can identify as.
Man is an identity that someone can identify as?
What the hell type of answer is that, Stevie? What type of answer is that, young lady? Come on now. Come on, you ain't even try. You're like, man, I'm so over this daggone dude talking about I shouldn't be gay. I don't even want to talk no more. Let me go ahead and give the most watered down answers to his questions so he can tell me I can leave.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know how to define man other than that, really.
Did you know before now that you really didn't know what a man was?
Well, I'm not a man. How am I supposed to know what it is or what it feels like?
What is a woman?
Same thing.
What?
Woman is an identity you can identify as.
So did you know before today you didn't know what a woman was either?
I guess I didn't.
So did you know that prior to now that you did not know what a woman was?
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's extremely uncomfortable right now. She's thinking about all of the relationships she have in her life and who she's going to offend and the side she swore to protect because she was jumped in. She is a part of a gang. She's a part of a gang and she won't even acknowledge it. She realizes who she's beholding to, the community she's beholding to, and she don't want to offend anyone. So she's saying the identity you identify as. It's the identity you identify as, which makes absolutely no damn sense in the world, young lady. Like, give him a real, see, people miss out. Y'all miss out by trying to protect your group. You try to protect your group and you miss out on an opportunity to really give some good information to bridge the gap. Like, you can bridge the gap, but you've given up. You've already, she's already logged off. Like, she's already logged off. You know, somebody who got great opportunities outside of their job, and they're probably making great side money, and they're dreaming now like, wow, I can do this full time. Then mentally, they done retired and left their job like 6 months to a year before they even decide to make the move. Got you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hopefully I made sense.
I don't know. I guess I could sit and think about a definition. I don't know, because it's difficult because you want to be inclusive of trans people and non-binary people. So
there you go. There you go. Because of who she wants to be beholding to and not offend, she don't even want to answer the daggone question honestly. And that's how we mess up.
I can't just be like, being a woman is these primary sex characteristics or secondary sex characteristics.
Yes, you can.
Or
Yes, you can.
Chromosomes or
yes,
whatever. I think
yes, you can.
it's a mix of all of those things, and it's also a mix of who you feel or what you feel like you are.
No, it's not. But yes, you can. The first part of what you said, the first half of that was exactly what it is. Now you just need to say it, and you know, feelings are feelings. People are going to have feelings regardless. But it just is what it is, young lady. I knew she was playing that game, man.
So being a woman and being a man and being neither or both is different. It's such a different experience for everyone. And I am so cisgender. I've always felt like I am a woman and I want to be more womanly and like all of these things. So it's hard for me to imagine what it would feel like to not be a woman. So I'm just like, I mean, it just feels this way. I have no idea.
It's hard for you to say what a woman is because you don't want to offend the people who are confused about their sexual identity.
When you say confused, that's a trigger. That is a trigger. But Jesse knows what he's doing. He's just trying to get her to be honest, open up, say exactly what it is. But her, she has a brand to protect. Her, the people that log in to look at her videos and feed her, the people that got her to be as big as she is right now, she knows she's beholding to them. And it's unfortunate because she's never going to be free. She's never going to be free. She's going to always need some type of clinical help because she's never going to be free. I'm not trying to be mean or demeaning or anything. Hopefully you guys who are watching this understand that. I'm not at all. But she can't even have a conversation without feeling like if I say this, if I actually say what it is, then I am going to offend half of my base. That's my base. I ain't about to sell them all. No.
It's not that I don't want to offend them. It's that I want to include them because they
Why?
are a part. They're a part of the conversation about. Did you just say trans people are messed up?
Yeah, they're like abnormal. You know, like they've been traumatized. Why would you not identify what a real woman is? Because people who are confused about who they are might be offended when you might be able to help them by really identifying what a woman is and what a man is, and they may think about it and overcome their traumas.
Because she's locked and loaded. She picked her side. And by you saying certain things like that, now she is forced. She is put into a corner where she has to defend the group that she's beholding to. Like when I was talking to Jesse Lee Peterson and he said certain things about the Black community, I had a decision to make. I could be honest and free, or I could be beholding to the group that I know the best, that know me the best. The people who are watching me and would be judging me based off of how I move forward with these questions. And I already know that some of them probably was not feeling how I conducted myself in that interview. But guess what? I was free. And I feel amazing. You feel me? Hopefully y'all understand. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Did you just say real woman?
Right.
So you think that there are women that aren't real women?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, like what?
A lesbian.
A lesbian's not a
or
real
transgender.
woman?
Do you think men who take off the body parts and put on women body parts, you know, like breasts and all that, and put on dresses. Are they women or are they still, are they women?
Well, I feel like a lesbian is a real woman. I feel like a lesbian is a real woman. I don't feel like because a lesbian is a woman like other women. She was born as a little girl, and as she matured, she became a woman. We got to separate on that one, Jesse.
Or are they still men?
Sorry, ask the question again.
You know how there are transgenders? Let me do this. Transgenders now, and they're confused about their identity. So you heard of Bruce Jenner, right? We all know Bruce is a man. Well, he took off the body part. Where you going?
I'm leaving.
Why are you leaving?
Because
What?
what you're saying is extremely offensive, and I'm not going to sit here for
What?
it.
Come and tell me why.
Nope.
You're running?
Yep.
But I thought you were open-minded. You're not open-minded?
Nope. What you're saying is hurtful and very dangerous.
But true.
Now, baby, please don't go.
Are you leaving?
Yep.
I thought you were a strong woman.
Now, baby, please don't
If
go.
you think not standing for someone preaching hate is weak, then go for it.
Yeah, that's weakness.
Baby, please don't go.
Let's take a picture together before you go.
Nope.
Let's shake hands.
He said, let's take a picture together before you go. He gotta say it. Come on, man. I'm gonna need for them to show him sitting right there wondering, like with that look on his face, like, what? What did I do? Amazing. Amazing. Come on, you gotta do it for me, Jesse. You got to, right?
Well, she left. My guest put her tail between her legs and took off. That was Stevie Boebi. She just got up and walked out. I'm stunned because when I watch her videos, she seemed to be so free and carefree, and she allows other people to disagree. That's the impression that I have. I wonder what her YouTubers would think now.
Don't forget, preaching abstinence is just a shitty way of trying to talk kids into never having any fun. None of it is bad. Go have fun. Butt stuff is dope. Make decisions based on what you want, what feels good to you. I'll be making these videos in the future where I go in depth into.
Did she say butt stuff is dope? And more? I think I gotta do some research and go check out Stevie Boebi's channel. He didn't say amazing.
Each of these topics. See you guys next time. Bye.
Tell you one thing, she a cutie pie, I'll tell you that much. She is a cutie pie. And I wanted to go check out some Emily Campagno, but I said, nope, not gonna give into the flesh. But God said, you know what? I'm gonna still show you someone who's beautiful. And he did. Shout out to Stevie Boebi. Stevie Boebi, you are still dope. Regardless if you walked away from the man, he didn't say amazing like I was hoping he would, but it was still a good daggone show. I think so. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I am Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video and hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual. Love y'all.